morning, everyone. Welcome back to another work week in my life, or welcome if you're new. It's 6:30 and I just got home from an F45 class this morning. I've actually been going at 6:30 a.m. because it's like the perfect time. I feel like it's not too early. I can get to bed in time and I get back with enough time to get situated, shower off, and everything before work. I went at 5:30 this morning because the provision I'm on at work, which if you didn't know and you're new here, I'm a CPA at a Big 4 firm, and it's currently Q2 provision time for me. The provision I'm on today is like our biggest day, I guess you could say. We just have to meet specific deadlines and such for the client today. I am gonna go ahead and shower off and then make a protein smoothie and walk Ella. Maybe I'll walk Ella first since I'm already gross, I don't know. However, if you've been watching my vlogs, then you know that I had to work during the week of the 4th of July, which maybe like doesn't everybody, but my firm, and I think honestly all Big 4 firms at this point, they give off like a summer break where the whole firm shuts down during that week. But of course, the provision I'm on, we have to work during that week because the client is international, so they don't recognize 4th of July. However, we were supposed to have to work on the 4th of July, and we ended up getting told that we didn't have to, like the Friday before the 4th of July, which was so nice. It was really nice to just have that day off. However, it made last week feel really weird because it was like a really busy week, but at the same time, having a day off in the middle of the week was just odd, but I was really grateful for it nonetheless. But I went to F45 and I picked up a few of these from HEB the other day because I am out of Alani News and they send me their energy drinks and like fit snacks and stuff. But I just grabbed one of these from HEB because I remember having one when I did a road trip one time, and it's like natural caffeine and L-theanine, and this is the white peach lemonade one and it's really good. Let me tell you, I don't know what it was, but when I had it this morning, I didn't even drink half of it. Like I drank maybe like this much of it. I felt like electricity was running through me. I have had it before when I was driving and I didn't feel that way. I definitely felt like it gave me a boost. I was like, my heart is racing. It was a little scary because it was a little intense. I don't know if it's because I had like literally just ate some Belvitas and they hadn't like even gotten in my system yet, or if it was because I just didn't have a ton of sleep last night because it took me forever to fall asleep last night. It's 142 milligrams of natural caffeine, which is less than Alani News, and I don't ever drink a full one in the mornings when I go to morning workouts. I normally just do like half of one, if that. But I honestly just think it was a situational thing. Like, I think if I were to have it again, it wouldn't do that to me. But
head high and shoulders back, watching you was such a thrill. All that I could do was laugh. I couldn't hold it back.
I'm hopping on the work now. I just like chugged my protein smoothie and I have my coffee, and I'm already feeling really tired, to be honest. I'm hoping this coffee picks me up. I wanted to say I did take a little bit of an unintentional break, like haven't vlogged really. I haven't talked to a camera and vlogged in 2 weeks, maybe a little over 2 weeks. And basically just because I have been waiting on brand approval for a video that's actually going up today that I'm vlogging and filming this, but I had been waiting for a week for that, and it basically made it to where my next video that I had ready to go is also pushed back, which creates time for me to get other content. And when I realized that they probably weren't going to be approving it during the week I submitted it, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a break and I'm not going to vlog this weekend. And then I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna vlog next week either because I don't really need to, because I have another video already ready to go after that one. And I just kind of unintentionally took some time off, but it was honestly really needed. And I posted on my Instagram story last night, like basically just explaining why I hadn't uploaded and everything, and that one was going up today instead. I definitely always post on Instagram when I have a new vlog go up, or if there's any delays, so definitely follow me there so you can keep up with that. But I really hate having to skip a week, especially when it's not from my own doing. I truly think I've probably only skipped a week of uploading maybe 2 or 3 times on my own will because I didn't want to upload and I was taking a break in my, what, 6 years of doing this. So that should tell you how much it really bothers me to not be able to upload weekly, especially when it's just outside of my control. It's really frustrating when you work really hard to have a video ready to go and it takes longer than you want it to, because I worked really hard to like get it done to where it could hopefully get approved in time for it to go up, but it ended up taking a lot longer than anticipated, and I don't have time to just, you know, sit down really quickly and film a sit down video or something to post in between while I'm waiting. I use it as like an unintentional break, taking some time off, because it just honestly was needed, because I really was going through it the week before the 4th of July, and as y'all know from me talking about in other vlogs, I was supposed to have off the whole week of the 4th of July, but I'm deferring that holiday time to the end of July. It was just a really weird week, but the week before that was so chaotic. It was nice to not have to worry about vlogging and worry about the content I'm getting when I'm having a busy week at work, and when all I want to do outside of when I'm working is just like lay down and rest, which is exactly how it typically goes when I'm on this provision during the first week and a half. It was a really nice break and I'm thankful for it. I think I needed it, so it was unintentional, but it was good because I just really felt like I was getting in a place on YouTube with content where I just felt like the things were just getting, you know, redundant, and I just needed to take a break because I definitely feel like I tend to ruminate on small things when I'm talking in my content, when I'm vlogging back to back to back to back, because I am trying to fill space. I'm obviously wanting to always be very vulnerable and open with you all, and I think that when I'm vlogging back to back to back to back, which I was doing for so long because of the timing of my brand deals, I end up just trying to make the vlogs as personable as possible. Since I'm vlogging like every day and then y'all are seeing like really repetitive content, I'm trying to make it different and new by like talking about the things I'm going through or what I'm struggling with, blah blah blah. So it ends up kind of becoming negative after a little while, especially if I'm going through it, which I definitely was the last time I was vlogging, because it was like during the phase of my cycle where I'm just, you know, not doing well mentally. Since then, a lot's happened, I guess. My parents came in town for a weekend, which was nice to see them. Taylor Swift dropped Speak Now Taylor's version, which is great. Finished all my learnings that I needed to finish. I think I talked about that in a recent vlog. I did have to stay up until like 10 p.m. one night finishing them and finishing the test for them. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started with work now my computer's all started up. Now that y'all know I've taken a break, but I just wanted to explain where I've been. This morning's been a bit chaotic, but I wanted to mention my overnight oats, which y'all know I've been on an overnight oat kick. I typically make them like the night before for the next day. I don't know why I haven't made them in batch at the beginning of the week like we do with our lunch meal prep, but I batched them all for this week, or I only did 4 because I only have 4 of these containers. And I'm so glad I did, because it's something that literally takes 5 minutes to do, but I always dread doing it at the end of the night when I'm about to go upstairs and go to bed, and then I remember, oh, I forgot to make my overnight oats. So now it's like they're already ready for the week. I'm just hoping that texture-wise they're fine, since some of them will be sitting in there longer, but I think it'll be okay. Y'all, Purely Elizabeth sent me some granola last week, which is so full circle. Y'all know I've been using their granola, the vanilla chocolate chip flavor, and even before that, I used dark chocolate sea salt. Like literally since college. I want to say since maybe my junior year of college, I've been using their granola almost daily, and y'all know I love it. But they sent me all of their like keto flavors, I believe, that are grain-free, and they're really good. I've had one other grain-free flavor and I didn't love it. I think it was an almond butter one, but it's not one of the ones they sent, so I don't even know if they still have that one. They sent a bunch of different flavors. Griffin ate a whole bag himself, so I didn't even get to try it. It was the cinnamon peanut butter, but then I put the banana nut butter in this, and I've been eating it, and we only have a little bit left. Banana nut butter one is so good. It's like banana bread, very subtle flavor, but not as sweet. It has almost more of like a balanced salty sweet flavor. I love that granola. I love a nice savory and sweet granola. I don't like it to be super sweet, but I also don't like just a nutty granola, you know? We are waiting on a few things to come in, so I figured it was a good time to take a lunch break and eat, and not eat Ella, walk Ella. I'm so hungry and I can't think straight because I'm so tired, but I just heated up the meal prep from this week. My camera's like upside down, so I can't really tell what I'm showing, but I have the recipe for it saved on my Instagram highlights, the recipe highlight, the like teriyaki bowl one. It's so easy. It's literally just ground chicken, frozen edamame, green beans, and rice. And we had to cook all the rice yesterday instead of using the Trader Joe's bagged rice that's frozen because I forgot to get it at the store. Full recipe's on the Instagram, but the day of I add sauce instead of beforehand, and then I also top it with this furikake seasoning from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has lots of good sauces like this, but we really like the soyaki. I definitely did too much on my meal today on accident, but it's okay. So good. I mean, just look at it. You can also do like the sweet chili Thai sauce or whatever. We also have that. That one's a little bit more sweeter. They also have a truffle soy at Trader Joe's, and it's good, but it is too salty to me. Like, I love truffle stuff, and it's just like too strong in my opinion. So I just really like the soyaki for this purpose. Also for my outfit, I'm wearing this Zach Bryan tour t-shirt when we saw him, and these shorts are from Amazon. I showed them in a haul in a vlog recently, and they are so comfy. They're like a dupe for the, well, not really a dupe because they're not the exact same, but they feel the same on the outside, just not the inside. And they're just a little bit thinner than the Lululemon soft string material, but they're just like, they almost feel like velvet, but not quite, like a velvety corduroy feeling, but nowhere near as thick. So they're super lightweight. Just imagine like that material, but in a summer form. So it's perfect for really hot days. They do have a longer length though, which I would recommend because these are definitely like short. Like if I bend over, my whole butt's out and everything. So they have a longer length, and I probably should have gotten those, but I kind of just didn't really know what I was getting. So if I get another set, because they come in 2, I will get a 2-pack, but I will leave them linked down below. Also, L'Occitane sent me a little travel PR package, and they sent me a bunch of their full-size products, which I think it included this, and maybe this, but full-sized. I haven't tried these, but it's the cutest little linen bag. And this shower oil, if y'all want to feel like $1 million and want to feel rich, this shower oil makes you feel so silky smooth before and after the shower, or not before, during the shower when you put it on, and then after. And I love that it has almond oil in it because I love the smell of almond oil, and it just literally, I look forward to showering to put it on every day. So I'm so happy to have more, and I can like take this with me when I travel.
We were running on that open shore.
6:15, making dinner. We're just doing the chicken sausage skillet recipe, which I have posted on my Instagram highlights as well, on my recipe highlights. And my nuuly just came in the mail, which I will show you all those things probably tomorrow, maybe tonight, probably not because they're in the dryer, because I wanted to wash them first and I want to wear some of it to work tomorrow. The whole reason I got a nuuly order, I wasn't going to get one for this month because I used to get them like basically monthly or every other month, but just to save money, I just like haven't really been getting them, and I haven't really been doing much anyways. The whole reason I got a nuuly this month was because we actually went to Conroe yesterday, Griff and I did, and shot some content. Some of it was for like sponsored posts, like upcoming, like on Instagram with a brand that I'll be working with, and it's actually really exciting because it's with a product like I've used before. I no longer use it, but just because I completely like stopped using that type of product altogether. I don't know if I can like say anything about it, that's why I'm being vague. Brand deal has been in the works for over a year, so it's been a long time coming. So I really wanted to put like a lot of effort into it, just because it is just kind of a big deal. It is just kind of a big deal from like my perspective. So I really wanted to like go somewhere that I could like get good pictures at with, you know, an actual camera, and just put some effort into it. So we shot for that. We reshot the podcast cover, which I'm so excited about. I've been wanting to do that for so long because I just feel like the current podcast cover, it's me, but it just feels young and it just feels like college me, and I wanted it to really be elevated and reflect like my current self. The old podcast cover, basically everything went wrong for it, and I just kind of had to like launch it with that cover, and I manipulated the crap out of the photo in Photoshop to make it look really intentionally grainy and stuff and vintage, which was fine for the time being, but it's been that way for 2 years now, and it's just like it needed the change, you know. But we went out to Conroe yesterday and we took care of those pictures. I rented a studio out. I knew I had been wanting to do this, and I was like, look, if I'm gonna be shooting in this studio for the podcast rebrand, and I knew that was exactly where I wanted to do it like months ago, I was like, let me just take advantage, go ahead and book 2 hours there so I can get other content while I'm there. So I got some content for Garage because they sent me some clothes, and like I didn't have to get content for them, but I wanted to while I was there. Hopefully the sponsored post for Instagram for that other brand that I told you that's been in the works, I have 3 rounds of content for them, and I think I got the first 2 rounds of in-feed stuff taken care of. So that's really exciting because that'll be a big help when I'm really busy in August. So the whole reason I wanted to get the nuuly was to have an outfit to shoot the podcast rebranding, because I just really didn't feel like anything in my closet really reflected what I wanted for the podcast shoot. And I spent so much time picking stuff out on nuuly last week at night, and I ended up ordering it Wednesday night thinking that it would come by Sunday, and it didn't. It came today. I'll definitely show you all that stuff, and then I have some clothes from Garage that they sent as well. And I was going to fold laundry tonight, but to be completely honest, after working 7:40 to 5:40, it's the last thing I want to do. And I just have to say, Griffin is truly the best, because he's like literally not a photographer by any means, but I just like knew how I needed to like set my settings up on my camera once we got there and saw the lighting, and kind of just told him composition wise the way I wanted the picture to look. And while a lot of the pictures like were not how I was anticipating because they were out of focus or something was just off with them, We did end up getting some really good ones for the podcast cover. I'm gonna end up using for the podcast cover is just not the outfit it's literally the most basic outfit ever, but it's honestly like timeless and perfect because it like works really well against the background it's on, and the lighting was really good in it. It's called the Oak Adelaide. I think that's how you say it. I'm not 100% sure. And it's actually like a wedding spot for people as well, but like, I mean, very small weddings, like super small. And it was in Conroe, so it was a bit of a drive, but Griffin's literally the best for taking time out of his weekend to go take pictures for me. And we got flower showered after, so it was like a nice little date and we had fun with it. It was so hot because there was no AC in that thing, and like obviously the sun's just beating down, and I'm like changing outfits, running back and forth to the bathroom. So hot. We were dripping sweat, and like in a lot of the pictures that are closer up of me, you can literally see like sweat beads on my face. It's so bad.
No saddle on his back. I never felt so free before. All that I could do was laugh. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back. There.
Hi guys, I haven't talked to y'all today. I just had a lovely 11-hour day in office, and it's summertime. I thought it wasn't busy season, but it is provision season. So it wasn't that we were like busy enough for 11 hours in office today, but we had an intern with us this week, so we definitely like took some extra time to like show her how to do things and everything and get her set up in some things. It's the only good thing about me being here all day is that I got lunch and dinner for free, so we love that. We got Loro for dinner, which is so nice. Just DoorDash it to the office, and I have some left over. And then for lunch we had Flower Child. But this is why I'm glad that like going in office every day and working with your teams isn't a thing, because I can't imagine how rough it would be to eat in office every day, like multiple meals during busy season, because like you just would never feel good because you're never having a home cooked meal. Anyways, I am leaving and heading home at 7:22. And really just probably gonna go to bed after I shower, and I'll probably read a little bit. I started the Love Theoretically last night by Ali Hazelwood. I had started A Perfect Vintage, and I ended up not finishing it because it just felt too fluffy for me. Like too much was being said, or not much was being said in too many words with that book. And I just like wasn't loving the writing style of it. Like it just felt like it was trying too hard to sound really smart. But I really barely got through any of Love Theoretically last night, because I was like, I need to go to bed since I have to go in office tomorrow. But I'm hoping to go to an early workout class tomorrow morning, but hopefully 6:30, definitely not 5:30. So I can go to bed a little bit later tonight, but we're gonna head home. And even though today was 11 hours in office, like honestly, I'm so thankful because my team is just like great. Like didn't feel like I was working for 11 hours, if that makes sense. Definitely a long day. I wore this Aritzia bodysuit today, and then these pink pants are from my nuuly, and they're so cute. They're jeans, and I got compliments on them today, but they're like wide leg jeans. I'll insert the TikTok video right here that I filmed in the parking garage just now as I was leaving, because I did it last week and I want to do it again because I just thought it was fun, like for an outfit of the day. And then I'm wearing my high top faux leather platform Converse. I got a green tea this afternoon, and I feel like that kind of like got me through the rest of the evening, so I'm glad that I had that. But let's head home and get back to Ella and Griffin.
Beneath the canopy on the gilded forest.
I am making a protein smoothie because I went to F45 6:30 this morning, and I'm exhausted. I literally feel like I have like floor burn from doing so many burpees, because this week is like a trials week, so they're testing out new workouts, and today's was like a cardio based one. And literally the first 12 minutes were basically burpees. Like you had a goal to hit for each minute of the 12 minutes, and if you finished the burpees within like the minute that you were supposed to hit, you could like rest until the next minute hit. Sorry, the battery died on my camera, so I had to run upstairs and grab a new one. Basically, the goal number of burpees went up 1 every minute. So like the first minute, the goal was like 6, I think, in a minute, and then the second minute, it was 7 in a minute, and it went up 1 for 12 minutes. Once you like were eliminated from the burpees, so like if you didn't hit the goal, you went to a station and then just kind of like rotated through stations as normal. I just like self-eliminated myself after the 7th or 8th round, because I was like, I can't do it anymore because I'm literally gonna pass out. And then it was followed by 2 normal laps of like cardio stations after that. So I just made my little dreamsicle smoothie, and today's like Prime Day, which like I wasn't gonna like share anything about it because I'm just like, I don't know, I feel like so much social media lately is just so pushy, but I know it all has to do with who you follow too. So then, you know, if that's something that bothers you, then just like mute the people you follow that are really pushy with, you know, links and like, buy this, you need this, whatever. And I definitely only try to share stuff that like I'm actually using, wearing, whatever. But I did order more Orgain protein because it was on sale on Prime Day, like 30% off. And we actually have it set up on subscription because we go through it so fast. But I got the strawberries and cream flavor to try. It's not gonna go good with my orange juice, obviously, that I've been doing, but I can at least do it with almond milk, and I feel like it might be really good. So I'm excited to try that. And I got like a new SD card. I got one of like the 512 gigabyte ones. So that's gonna be so nice for vlogging because I feel like I always forget to delete clips. And my SD cards fill up so fast, especially when I'm doing brand deals and stuff. And then I have to constantly switch between two because I just like don't have enough space. So I just got this big one for 50% off for like $24, and it's normally like a $50 SD card.
When an ecstasy came over me, and all that I could do was laugh. All that I couldn't hold it.
I totally forgot about this blue dress. It's really pretty. It's kind of like a little crinkly one, and it's like a very pretty periwinkle kind of color, I think. I can't remember what color this is called, but it's like a really deep V, which I don't know if I'll end up loving that. And then it's kind of fitted, but then it flares out a bit at the bottom, and then it has a little open back detail. And I just thought this was a fun summer dress, but I'm not gonna try it on because I literally just got dressed and I'm starving. And I need to start cooking dinner because it's like 6:45 now.
We're standing in the overflow. We were swimming with the silver moon, dancing like a maniac. Then we raced each.
Good morning, guys. I just went to F45. Y'all saw a clip from this exact same angle a few minutes ago when I was, or not a few minutes ago, like an hour and a half ago, when I was trying the Chemade flavor from Alani Nu. I did a little live taste test on my Instagram story, and it was really good. I just couldn't taste it at first because I had just brushed my teeth, so it was just hard for me to like determine what the taste was, you know, because I couldn't really figure it out. But then once I ate one of my Velveetas and tasted it, I was like, okay, I can taste it now. And like, I feel like anytime you try a new flavor of like an energy drink or something, you have to sip it like 4 or 5 times before you really get an idea of what the flavor is. Definitely really good. I don't think it's like my favorite flavor ever or anything of Alani Nu. I don't even know what my favorite flavor is, to be honest. But it was really good. It's like a tart strawberry lemon flavor, and it's subtle. It's not like a super in your face flavor, which I like because I feel like some of their other flavors are like that. But let me tell you, it's so nice having like half of one of those before a workout. I definitely can't do a full one because that would just be too much caffeine in a day for me, but I like having half of one. But F45 today kind of sucked because it was just like 2.5 minutes of doing the exercise, minute of doing a sort of plyometric sort of stretch, I guess. After that, you did 2.5 minutes of the exercise, which at F45 you normally don't do more than like 45 seconds, a minute max of something. So doing some of those things for 2.5 minutes was brutal. Like lunges, chin-ups, and then close grip bench was like the hardest for me to do for that long. And then deadlifts was pretty exhausting too. Make this smoothie and get to work. I keep just comparing last summer to this summer, but I know it's like gonna be different because I was literally a brand new staff last year. So I was just a lot slower last summer. Whereas this summer, it's not like it's necessarily busy season. I mean, it's felt like it because I've had several like 12-hour days in the last few weeks. More so just the feeling that I can't catch up because it's just like there's always something that needs done. Whereas last summer I felt like I was always on top of my to-do list, but it's just because I didn't have as much to do. My provision right now, I like can't fathom the fact that next time I'm on it, because provisions you do quarterly. I can't fathom the next time I'm on it that it's gonna be October. Like, that is crazy to me because I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but the day after I get back from my bachelorette trip is when Q3 starts for this provision. But it's just crazy to think that it'll be October because April was the last time I did this provision, and April feels like it was yesterday. So when I think about the fact that when Q3 gets here, it's gonna be October and then it's gonna be almost wedding time, it like makes me sick to my stomach. So I feel like I have so much left to do. It's lunchtime and I actually have a quick YouTube related call for that brand deal I was talking about earlier in this vlog that has been in the works for over a year. So this call is like definitely a kickoff moment. We had it scheduled last week, but I just kept having them push it because of work. It should be like my last true day of the provision. It actually goes on for other parts of the team for another like week. Thankfully my part of the team were usually done only like 8 or 9 days in, but I had to hop on my computer like 7:45 this morning. So like literally I got home from my workout and I walked out and pretty much immediately hopped on the computer after I made my smoothie and coffee that y'all saw. And I had to do stuff for like 45 minutes and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and shower. So then I like went away and showered and washed my hair because I just really needed to, and I felt so gross and it felt really like refreshing and woke me up to go ahead and wash my hair and everything. And we also have some friends coming over for dinner tonight, which Griffin just told me about, so I wanted to wash it because of that too, and then I just hopped back online. But now it's lunchtime. I threw this on. It's from Amazon. It's just like a little workout dress and I actually like never wear it. I forgot I had it. It's a little bit big on me in the stomach area, which I just think makes it like not as flattering, but I just really wanted something really comfortable. And honestly, all of our clothes have been downstairs because we need to fold them, but I didn't feel like going all the way downstairs and digging through all of our clean laundry to find like running shorts and a t-shirt. So I just have this on today, but I'll leave it linked. It's actually like really comfortable and good quality. It's just it is a little bit big on the stomach of me. I think if I had a bigger chest maybe it would like look more normal, but it doesn't.
I couldn't hold it, I couldn't hold it, I couldn't hold it back.
The other night when I had dinner at the office, I had substituted my rice for potatoes, but they still gave me the rice, so I just saved it because I knew I probably want it for lunch one day this week. I shouldn't have heated up all of it. I should have saved some for tomorrow, but I think I have some rice left over from when we meal prepped earlier this week too, so honestly we're fine. But I just did the rice and the little chicken cilantro wontons from Trader Joe's and a little Thai chili sauce from Trader Joe's. And that's our lunch.
I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it.
I literally just had my shoes on, keys in hand to go to Dunkin', but the Dunkin' app hates me for some reason, and it never, like, it worked last week because I think it was last week, yeah, when Speak Now Taylor's version came out, I was like, I'm gonna go to Dunkin', I'm gonna go out of my way to get coffee because Dunkin's like super out of my way. It's not super far, it's just really out of my way. And I was like, I'm gonna go to Dunkin' and get a coffee to like make this a listening experience in the car because it'll just hit different. And I went to Dunkin' and it like ordering on my app on my phone worked, but for some reason it always like tells me there's an error with my card, but my card is like the billing details are all updated and everything and it's my card. So I'm just confused because it literally worked last week and then it didn't work today. And it's been having this problem for like years. And I've updated the app, I've removed the card and put it back on. I feel like the app just like glitches out or something. So it's super weird. So we ended up just making coffee here because I was like, I was really craving Dunkin', like a nice iced coffee. And I love how big of a coffee I can get there for like $4. And it's Friday, so I was just like, let's go get a coffee. And yeah, but we ended up just making it at home, but it's okay because it's still good. And I'll probably get coffee out this weekend, I'm sure, like I normally do, so it's fine. I was gonna go to F45 this morning. I woke up at 6 and everything, but I ended up falling right back asleep. I just was so out of it when I woke up. I need to get more in a routine to where I'm able to just get up and go, because I feel like that's how Griffin is. He wakes up at 4:20 every morning and goes to the gym with 2 of his friends, and they typically skip Fridays actually, but I think he went today. And he's just so good about getting up. Like his alarm goes off and he immediately gets up, and I'm just like, I wish. Like, it's so hard for me usually in the mornings, but I want to get in that routine. Cause I mean, I'm just trying to get up at like 5:55 most of the time. Sometimes I go to a 5:30 class, like if I have to do something really early for work like I did this week, but it's not always. But our friends ended up staying pretty late last night. Like I think they left around 10:30. So we ended up not going to bed until, you know, 11:30ish. So I needed the sleep. I ended up kind of falling back asleep till 7, and it's 8:30 and I'm about to get on the work now because I finally don't have to get on like before 8 for the first time in like 2 weeks, which is so nice because we're finally wrapping up the provision. I think Griffin's going to get dinner with friends tonight, so I'm probably just gonna pick something up. I think I might just run the Trader Joe's tonight so I don't have to later this weekend. But I am gonna try to go to F45, I think, at lunch, as long as nothing at work comes up, but I should be fine. Summer I Turned Pretty season 2 comes out today, or came out last night, I guess. And I hope Griffin's not at dinner super late because I really want to start it because he watched it with me. And we just watched season 1 2 weeks ago. Like all my friends have been asking me if I'd seen it and I was like, no, I haven't watched it. And they were like, just watch it, it's so good. So then I was in the mood to watch something like a week and a half ago or a week ago, I don't remember. So Griffin and I just like binge watched it over the course of like 4 days, which I guess it's not really binge watching. This Hot Shot set from Free People today. Absolutely love it. I always say how I want more colors in it, but it's so cute. I got this one off Revolve because I think they may or may not sell them, but it's like a bike shorts and then a big oversized tee. I want to get my podcast recorded today too, just because I want to be able to enjoy a little bit of my weekend. Hopefully I have some content I need to shoot for a brand and I need some reels and stuff that I need to get. So I'm just like, oh, it's gonna be a content heavy weekend, which typically means just like a lot of work. So I want to at least get the podcast done tonight too. Hopefully I'll try and do that while Griffin's at dinner. So maybe I should just wait for Trader Joe's. Okay, I am heading to a lunchtime at 45 class. I'm wearing the Skelly Hicks black sports bra and then my Wonder Train camo leggings. I am so sore from yesterday because it was a strength day, but we did like box squats, which I think they're called box squats when you like squat and like literally sit and then stand back up. And I have to do that for 2.5 minutes. And my tailbone is literally sore from like sitting on the box, but also like my butt cheeks are just sore because I had a lot of leg stuff yesterday. Fridays are a hybrid like cardio and strength training, so I'm excited because that's kind of my favorite. I actually just drank the other half of this that I had yesterday morning, or 2 mornings ago. Did I work out yesterday? Yeah, yesterday was Thursday. I had the other half of it. It's so good. Which I probably shouldn't be drinking caffeine this late in the day, but I felt like my coffee did nothing this morning. I have this theory that if you drink like the same coffee all the time, like the same blend, the same roast, whatever, same pods from your Keurig or Nespresso, or even if you go to Starbucks every day and get the same thing, I feel like your body gets used to it. Maybe it's just like a placebo thing, but I swear I feel like my coffee doesn't do anything at home, or at least it doesn't do near as much as what it feels like when I get coffee elsewhere. And I'm like, I know that there's caffeine in my coffee. Am I just used to it? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, or if anybody knows if that's like actually a thing, let me know.
Hold it back. I could hold it back.
Trader Joe's and picked up some dinner for myself because Griffin's having dinner with some friends. I picked up Dish Society and I just got, I think this might be a new menu item. Dish Society is like really hit or miss. Like I either am obsessed and absolutely love the food I get, or I'm like, this was so mid. These are just like some shrimp tacos on corn tortillas with some cilantro lime rice, but it's like some fried shrimp. And I went to Trader Joe's to restock on, this light's making me so mad. I went to Trader Joe's to restock on the usual stuff. Also got a Topo Chico with dinner because I'm out of Topo Chicos and I need like some kind of little beverage. I was gonna have like a glass of wine or something and I'm like, that's gonna knock me out and put me to sleep, and I really want to record my podcast tonight. I finished work around like 6ish. I was really like done at like 5:15, 5:20, but then I remembered I had a learning due. And it said it was due on Monday, but I was like, does that mean I can do it Monday, or does that mean I have to do it by Monday? And I didn't want to take a chance because it's one of our required learnings that can like affect our performance reviews if we don't do it in time, which is just like so annoying. So I stayed on to finish that training. I'll be done with trainings though for a while. And I'll probably walk Ella once it's like getting close to dusk so it's not as hot. And yeah, I'll record the podcast. Wild Friday night. This is how my life is. I pretty much have to do all my work on the weekends when it comes to YouTube and podcasting stuff now. I mostly think now it's just because I have more responsibility and I honestly am doing more in a day than I was before. So I'm just like a lot more drained at the end of the day. It's hard for me to have energy to do things like edit or record a podcast or plan a podcast during the week, because then it eats up my whole weekends basically. But it's okay, because I enjoy doing it. It's just like I wish I had one day on the weekends where, you know, I didn't have to do anything. I'm really excited because the podcast rebrand is going to launch on Monday, so I need to get everything ready for that. I need to get everything ready for that. This just exploded on me and my food. I wasn't gonna do a Trader Joe's haul, but you know what? Screw it, let's do it for content. It's not that much. Got more of the soyaki. This is like our favorite teriyaki sauce. I also got more of the sweet chili sauce because this is also really good. Toasted coconut granola. Heavy whipping cream because I'm kind of craving like scrambled eggs recently, and I always like putting a splash in the scrambled eggs. Just mango slices, bananas. I'm gonna leave these in the Trader Joe's paper bag because I think it'll probably help them ripen up quicker, because tomorrow morning I think instead of getting a coffee out, which pains me to say because it's just the joy of my weekends, I think I'm gonna try this coffee that I saw on TikTok. This girl literally blended her espresso shots with a banana and 2 dates. And I love bananas and I love dates, and I can just see that tasting so good. So I really wanna try it like in an iced coffee. 2 of the coconut date bars, more coconut aminos because we just ran out, more maple syrup and agave because we just ran out. I made those cookies last night, they were really good. For these guys, I love these. Oats, and then 2 things of jasmine rice, and then some bread. I was gonna go to Trader Joe's on Sunday. Since I'm getting Ella groomed, I was like, I can just go after I drop her off or whatever. But then I realized we have like literally, today at lunchtime, I realized we have like no food for lunch. But like if we don't have bread, that's like a struggle because I can't make like a PB&J, you know what I mean? Or I can't make toast and eggs or something. I was literally just like, oh my gosh, we do not have anything for lunches. So I wanted to go ahead and get some stuff so we would have it. I am trying to figure out if I'm going to book this studio room again. Not the one that we went to last week in the shoot for the podcast, but one that's like actually in Houston and closer, to shoot content for a reel, because I am working with Princess Polly on Instagram again, which I'm really excited about. But I have really, one of my goals, like just kind of for when I did my mid-year reset, was to just put more effort into my content, like try and be a little bit more selective about what I do so that I can take the time to put more effort into my content. We genuinely just don't have any space in our home that has a good clean background and is bright and has good lighting for filming. So it makes it really hard when, you know, I am contracted to film something, because brands always want natural lighting. And there's a place that's like a lot cheaper than the place I went to last week that's actually in Houston, that's just like bright white, kind of like loft style. So I'm thinking about renting that tomorrow because I have a 12 o'clock opening for an hour and I could film my reel in that time. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do that or not. I'll be a lot more proud of the content I create, and it'll also just be, it'll look better. Working on wedding related stuff. We got our linens quote and I was just like going over it, make sure everything's in it because I'm very forgetful. And sure enough, I forgot about a linen for the cake table, so I just got the quote though so I can like revise it and everything. And then I had like a list of questions that I want to ask the owner of the venue, so I was getting an email ready to send for that and kind of just going over some other loose ends related to the wedding stuff. And I did end up booking the room tomorrow to shoot just because I think that will be better for the content. It's at the Lumen Room in Edo, and I booked it for 12:30 because that was like the best time available because we were having dinner tomorrow night at Griffin's parents, and I think the only other options were 8:30 in the morning or 12:30. Hopefully that will go well. I want to film the reel and get the end feed photo for Princess Polly while I'm there, and I also want to film a what I ordered versus what I got nuuly reel TikTok. Not working with nuuly or anything, I just really want to film one of those, so I'm like, I might as well film it while I'm there, but I will have to prioritize that last because the brand deal is a priority. I don't need to take everything I got from Princess Polly. Typically what I do when I do work with Princess Polly, like I'm only required to show a certain number of items, but I usually show everything because it's like I want y'all to see all the really cute stuff that I picked out, you know what I mean? So I want to show all the options, but I think tomorrow I need to prioritize really only taking like 3 or 4 outfits, so that way I have time to shoot for Nuuly too, because if I only have an hour in the space, if you count like setting up my camera in the right spot, or my phone on a tripod, and then the amount of times I'm gonna have to change, it's gonna be a lot. Granted, it doesn't take that long to get shots, but I do think that it's important to take more than enough shots so you have extra, because the worst thing ever is when you are like rushing through shooting and you don't get more than enough, and then you crop something out, or you're out of focus, or you don't like the way it looked, whatever. So it's really important to keep that in mind when you're shooting content. I don't know why I'm like sharing all this right now, but I am gonna go ahead and go to bed. It's like 10:30. Well, I'm gonna shower and then go to bed. But Griffin's been asleep since literally like 8:45, I think, or 9, because I heard him come upstairs while I was recording the podcast, and I think he went straight to bed after he got home from dinner. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. Be sure to check out the new podcast cover and the podcast in general. It's Bloom Podcast wherever you listen, and follow me on social media, link down below, so you can keep up with me more in real time, and turn on post notifications and subscribe if you aren't already. And I will see you all in my next video.